How will you find time to create content with your busy schedule? Showing houses, meeting with buyers, sellers, going to inspections, negotiating appraisals. How will you find time? So when I started creating video content for my real estate business, it was during a time where my business picked up. I was busy. I was running around showing houses, meeting with new clients, going to inspections, and I was all over the place. I was running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I was filming at night, in the early mornings. I was literally spending my weekends where I could find random times to film content. Amongst it all, everything led me to being so inconsistent. I didn't have a plan and I wasn't very intentional when I was filming. So in the midst of the stress, because I was stressed, I came to discover the secret of how I would be able to film enough content to spread all over my social medias, and that was through batch filming my content. Now, when I first heard the term batching your content, the first picture that came to mind was you go to the grocery store and you don't buy single sticks of asparagus. They sell them in a batch wrapped around a rubber band. That batch is sold all at once. When you translate that on a practical level to batch filming your content, is you setting aside a specific day and time where you're able to film all the content you need in one sitting. You heard that. It's you filming a lot of content in one sitting. It's literally doing this, where I, if anything, just change my shirt and I film another video without having to get ready, do my hair again, mess around with the camera, like everything's set up, and I film multiple videos from this chair. That's the idea of batch filming your content. Now, imagine how much relief I found in truly understanding the idea of batch filming all my content. Well, that allowed me to be more intentional and strategic with the content I would produce. It allowed me to be more intentional every single time I sat down because I wasn't in a rush anymore, but I had set apart a time and a day. I blocked out that time specifically to batch film a lot of videos that I can then use for my real estate business. So sometimes I would batch film videos for a week, sometimes for 2 weeks, a month, depending on how much content I had specifically written down for that batch filming time. Well, that's how much content I was producing. And guess what began to happen? Because I would film so much content in one sitting, I went from being inconsistent to being consistent in my video content creation. I then now had a lot of content that I was able to disperse to all my social media platforms. I would make from that content, from that sitting, I would make content for my Instagram, I would make content for my YouTube, I would make content for Facebook, and I wouldn't have to do extra work. I wouldn't have to use an extra day of my time. I was able to do all that every time I sat down one time. I make sure that I maximize my time on this chair, knowing that my business relies heavily on how much content I'm putting on my social medias. If you're on a mission to be putting out more content than what you're doing right now, the only way to do it is by batch filming. It's the secret to being able to produce a lot of content. It's gonna take some strategy, it's gonna take some time, but the fruit on the end of it, you will start getting comments from people. Oh my gosh, you're always on my social media feed. I see you on Facebook. I see you on Instagram. I get notified when you post on YouTube. You're always on camera, and that's the goal. You want to get to the place where people don't see you as inconsistent, but people are seeing you so consistently that that turns into the trust you need for them to pick up the phone and call you for your services. At the end of the day, everything leads to being able to put yourself in front of your sphere and audience as much as possible. The secret to showing up as much as possible is batch filming your content. And that secret has allowed me to grow my audience on social medias, grow my business, grow my influence, my authority, my trust, and most of all, my income. It's literally been one of the life sources to my business. Batch film your content, and you are gonna see your business take off. If you enjoyed the content of this video, smash that subscribe button. There's so much more content. I actually just put out a video about the biggest mistakes real estate agents do on Instagram. Go check it out. We'll see you next time.